PeerTube install and possibly moving from YouTube. I may stay on YouTube. I plan to keep my content up on YouTube and also keep my content on all my different social media channels. I do have content on YouTube. Naturally, I have the 14 YouTube channels or 15 YouTube channels. Then I do have content also the on TikTok, and I do have content on Instagram, and then I do have content on Facebook, and I do have content on. I don't have it on any Chinese channels. I don't have it on any um, channels in Europe, I guess. Sorry, my hair is not great. I'm currently my glasses. I lost both pairs of my glasses. I'm hoping to find them or have someone turn them in, maybe. I did also unfortunately lose my iPhone Pro Max 15. Somehow it was stolen or lost. And then it was having issues because it was rebooting all the time and having issues starting up and working with my eSIMs. I was running three eSIMs at the time. Also, I did have, and other than that, it was my first really cool phone I had in a long time because it was a iPhone Pro Max 15 Pro Max, and because it was unique that it was different. I always, when my brother worked with my brother, he get his for my graduation present for graduating from the University of North Texas was an iPhone 15. My 10 was broken. It had I was going to replace the screen later and use it as a mobile device, but or just as a backup phone. It later got stolen when I was moving to this new location here in RSM. Um, but my iPhone 15 I used for a long period of time. I had 281-415-8457. That phone is now dead and gone. Um, I am now using a different number. It is 949-537. I'm at 949-539-5739. Um, it is with Mint Mobile. I don't know if I'm going to stay with Mint. At one point, I thought Mint was a lot cheaper because I was looking at Mint like $20 unlimited plans. And it was like it cost me $60. This ended up costing me $84. I did look at the phone I currently use is actually a Cricket phone, and they had a deal with. If I looked at Cricket, they were cheaper actually. Um, and I do have a Cricket SIM based phone, so my eSIM is what I'm using through Mint Mobile. Then I did have a NAIR service through free mobile phone service through the state of California, Lifeline for people who have disability or disabilities. Um, it was through Access Wireless. Then, for some other reason, Access Wireless went through another service called iWireless, and that's how I had my eSIM through. Um, I in disabled low income. I have worked all my life, so I did get SSDI, not SSI. I did work for my dad as a cardiologist in his cath lab. I did work there 10 years. I did work for Phillips 66 as a cashier. I worked for Hastings in Amarillo, Texas as software manager. I worked for Amazon, not Amazon, but it was Anderson Merchandisers at Walmart.com, and I worked at the police department as a contract employee, and then also worked for the people at the Child Protective Services as a contract employee. And I was a contract employee for a lot of different things. Also was a anyway. Thank you for watching. This is going to be on spacesbox.com. It's my live broadcast. I am using this phone, this camera that I got on Amazon. It's behind me that you saw behind that one right there. It's a light, and I do have. I am in my office, in my not my office, but in my apartment in RSM, California. And I'm trying to create Spaces Box Media with mostly my content, but if other creators want to come and join me, they can. Um, um, uh, I am also a firm believer of Jesus Christ and God and the Holy Spirit. Also, I am also a lot of different things. I've gone through life. My roommate is Buddhist. She was Buddhist when I met her. There are other people who have other faiths. I don't. I believe in other things because I've grown through life, and sometimes life is interesting and it leads to different things. I may be a president of a different world or a war president. I may be the ambassador. I would have been a vice president. I might also be what I am. I am Michael Joseph Gouldy. I grew up in Amarillo, Texas. I grew up at 1601 Rusk, also on Lamar Street. I went to school at elementary school at the St. Andrews. Then I went to Bivens, and then I was in disability things at Bivens because I couldn't speak and had disability speaking. Other things at Bivens. Then I went to my school um, in, at, at St. Mary's, and then I went to Stephen F. Austin, stayed there for 3 years. And then Stephen F. Austin went from being a junior high to a middle school, so they brought ninth grade over to, and sixth grade up to Stephen F. Austin, and then they brought ninth grade to Tascosa. I was at Tascosa and when I joined Tascosa, I went to do electronics at Emerald College, Emerald High. I'm sorry, not Emerald College, but Emerald High, and did electronics. So I was in the swim team. During the day, I would go up, wake up at like 7:30, go to school, then go to a class do my classes, and then go over to Emerald High and do electronics, and then I would go to from Emerald High. I would go to Maverick Club and swim. Then I somehow got into Rotary Club and went to um, through the Rotary people staying at my dad's house, and so somehow I talked the Rotary Club into letting me go to Åland, Finland. I completely kind of screwed up when I was there because I could sort of learn the language better because I was speech impediment problems and just bad English. I couldn't learn language, so that I also was traveling a lot because my sister also was exchange student in the province of Barcelona, Spain, and so I went to travel to see her for Christmas and some other times, and did other things and did some traveling. So they sent me home for traveling too much and also not learning the Swedish language. I can say jag heter Michael, you do. I have tried to meet with some of the Swedes from their CES 2026 people. Tried to go in their convention to talk to them. I did talk to some other people that were at the CES 2025 and CES 2026, the press and media area. I met some ladies there that were part of the uh, um, group that went to the event Computex. So they asked me to join. Have been creating different content. I've been creating content about the lake, Mission Viejo Lake and Arson Lake. I've been creating content about the bus service 89 and one in Laguna not having enough bus station signs. Um, the bus station, no, not bus station, or just signs saying there is a bus. And 89 for not having a bus station sign in Laguna Beach or in RSM. Um, there, 89 comes from the whole way from now. It used to go just to Porteo Plaza, but now it goes to the whole way to RSM to Rancho Santa Margarita. So it's from the beaches of Laguna Beach to the mountains. And I think that's pretty cool. Um, and ISM is very pretty. It's beautiful. I volunteer at Solana Catholic Church sometimes. Saturdays, like tomorrow, I sometimes might volunteer. It's a great church to volunteer, and they did have a big event last weekend that was to raise money for their high school and church. Um, Solana Catholic Church is a Catholic church. It has some great people I work with in the pantry. I do get pantries sometimes from there. I do sometimes get pantries from the Church of Christ through their Comfort Cafe, and I did get food for South County Outreach. Also, I've gotten help, some help through the Church of the Master did give me some food. They just did had a chicken night on Saturdays, Sundays. Then the city of Mission Viejo said they couldn't, or they had some signage and such that they asked them not to, or people didn't come back, so that was ended. They also did have a pastor there that was able to help me with a battery, but so I personally owe him for a battery because he kept on coming over and jumping my car, and he's just tired of jumping my car because my car was having issues. I had an old Escape I got from my niece. I did have another car from my other niece. I went up to Washington State to pick up. It was a RAV4. Then before that, I had a Prius. The Prius I got because I got my severance for my disability for SSDI, and with that money, I bought a laptop. I bought a car because I had another car that was my brother bought, And when I bought that car, that Prius, my brother asked the money back for the other car. So I sold the other car and gave him his money back. And I got Prius, and then I drove the Prius and also tried to make money with the Prius up to $500 to $1,000 on the through making money on the making money going to do Uber and Lyft, and then also doing DoorDash. Looks like Gloria Sigma said hi. Daniel Kelsey says hi. Uh, Ashley Reeves 9014 says hello. And Ashley 904, should I subscribe? I would love you to subscribe. But I love you to subscribe to all my channels. I have 14 different YouTube channels. They're all listed on Who Be Michael Gouldy. They're also spacesbox is currently down. I'm trying to, and then also I did have most of my new stuff on michaelgouldy.com. Also have a lot of stuff on X underscore. You've got spaces underscore MJG at on X. You'll find me there also. Links to all my different stuff. There's also links to stuff on my Facebook under Michael J. Gouldy on Facebook. Then I do have different channels listed on Facebook also. And then I do have Instagram and stuff on Instagram. And I do have stuff on TikTok. You can subscribe to me all those places. I sure appreciate it. There's nothing else can do than say thank you. I appreciate your time and support. I am wearing a shirt that is a StarCraft 2 shirt that my brother gave me. It was a StarCraft 2 2010 to 2020, 10 years anniversary for StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2 was a game I used to play a lot. I did also play another game called General Zero Hour, and then also I do play a lot of Apex. I do play some other games, sim racing. I do sim racing games. I do have sim racing with Michael, VR with Michael, Michael Gouldy Live. I do have Cooking with Space and Vegan Works with Michael. These are all different channels. They're all listed on Who Be Michael Gouldy. They're also listed other places on my donation request list. I do have that with Google Pages. Google's been good to me. So has other places. I appreciate their service and support. Looks like I'm live. This is 12 minutes 36 seconds. I have one person, two ups, and anyway. And if I do this, that's the light that I'm using. These are some pictures of family and things. This is where I used to always do my computer gaming. I do have my sim rig. Unfortunately, somehow the screws were loose, so I had to take it apart. I need to find somehow get some family up here to help me rebuild my sim rig. I may be moving. I don't know if I am moving. But this is my current rig. I do have my old Logitech camera instead of my 360 link camera, and then I have my my Pantex machine, the Intel E600, and a it's water cooled, and then we do have a 3070 NVIDIA card. I use mostly NVIDIA. I have had a AMD card, and I even tried Matrix, I think, at one point. And then I usually most of my cards have been NVIDIA, though I do remember 3DFX. I went to buying a 3DFX. Too bad that, but they did get purchased by NVIDIA. I did get this printer from the trash. I found some toner and it did work, and then I found my horsey lamp in the trash also. Then I have another printer I found in the trash. I did find that other light, that monitor in the trash, and then I did find a light. That light comes with friendship shelter. This is all friendship shelter. Some of my teddy bears and stuff are mine. That is I bought that on Amazon for my laptop. My laptop is currently down. It's a gigabyte laptop. You can find out on Mr. Fix It. I did totally taken apart. It wasn't working because of after end of IGN, and then it started working again mysteriously. I started using it for sim rigging and other things. It was a cool laptop to work again, but then it stopped working again. I did transfer all the SSDs into this machine. So it does have those two SSDs in this machine. I took the other SSD that was in this machine, put it back into the laptop. So if the laptop worked again, I could use the laptop. Then I reinstalled Windows. This has, and then it was supposed to be for sim racing. These are some pictures of my family and friends. And this is a suit that wear maybe suit, but maybe I can get a better one. This is black and blue. I don't think that will work. I don't know. And then I do have these headsets that have been really good to me. These this brand here. Um, Nuburio. They are both Bluetooth, and they're also Bluetooth and they're also RF. You can use them with a PlayStation or any type of game system. They're actually pretty neat. They have advances of working with things that and they sound really good. They have 7.1. Um, I do have a speaker back here that my sister gave me. Then I do have a deck for a that I use. That is a deck for um, a Steam Deck. I do have some other cables and stuff, and do have a wireless router and some other stuff here. This is an old case that doesn't have anything in it anymore. Then I do have other cases over here that are that are unfortunately are over there. Old. I have a Dell machine that was from. Actually, it wasn't Dell. It was from. I think it's called Gateway. It has a kind of a bizarre machine. It has an Intel processor, a NVIDIA Logic chipset, and then it has a GPU from AMD. So it has all makers in it. And then there's also another desktop over there that has my 7600 socket 5 AMD board. And it has my 970 GTX NVIDIA graphics card, and it has 16 gigs of DDR5 memory. I can't get it up and running yet. And then I need to do. I did take the CPU cooler out of it. I was going to try. It did have a really high price CPU cooler, a Noctua, $100 one, and then I was going to try to test it out, the Noctua versus the $35 one that I got from the other people that donated the $35 one. Anyway, and that's my follow of just electronics and other stuff that I have, and then my things so I could play my guitar, then St. Jude picture, and then my cross, and then I have a 21-inch Samsung monitor, and I have that sound thing, and then I do have my I have a Oculus Oculus 2 VR headset. It's actually a pretty cool headset to use. Then I do have all my badges from CES 2025, 2026, and then I have a badge from some of the places, some of the LAN parties I go to, San Diego LANparty.net. That's a cool place to go to if you're in San Diego. There also, I was trying to talk to the people here at Pickleball. They were going to try to talk to them about going to talk to LANFest about having a LAN party here. There wasn't their LAN party down here. I did one at the um, Laguna Beach, not Laguna, but was off I-5 into El Toro, that mall there. I did one at the mall, and then they also I did a lawn party. It didn't have very many people, just had some friends. Then there is a huge one at the campus of University of California that I went to. That was a LAN party that was really cool to go to. And there has been some at Linus Tech Tips had their LAN parties, and then there's also some LAN parties in other places that people go to. And this is my graduation poster from University of North Texas. I did get a bachelor's degree in management. And thank you for watching. And I'm asking voters if they want to have fun or not on a poll. Okay, then I do have other people on right now. I do have Rock OL 41L. How are you doing? Hey, man. And then I do have Black Sigma. Hi, Sai. Don't scary. Say hi. Ashley Reyes 2014. And then I have Yukis Skova 4462. Thank you for all watching and viewing my content today. Please subscribe and check out. Please share my coverage and check everything else out. Um, Thank you for your time. I did find some keyboards. These were keyboards I found. I did purchase. They were at the Savers place off of for $9.99 for a keyboard. So instead of having, and that was a Levlo keyboard, then I do have another keyboard that was $15. It is I bought it at the place. I guess it's Savers. It's off of Fulton, and you can buy used stuff here. I did buy their 3DS Blu-ray player there. I don't. I'm still trying to get things to work. It doesn't play VOA. It does play not VHS, but DVDs. Anyway, but that was for 15, for 10, and then the other one was. This was 15, and the other was 10, and the other one was 15. Anyway, yeah, and there's the other one is there, right there. Thank you for watching.